Okay, now it's time to do our store setup. So first thing we're going to do is go to settings. Click on that. We're just going to go through and we're going to set everything the way we want it to be here. So first you need your base country and region. This is where you're operating from. Okay, so in here you're going to pick your country, whichever one you're in. Here you have your tax settings. Okay, so we have 13 regions. Now here's where you can set up your rates. Now this script is only supporting one level of tax. So in the case if you have two levels, you're going to have to combine the tax in here and keep track of your tax in a different manner. But this will at least charge the rate amount for your tax. So just put in here the tax that you should be charging. Okay, once you're done, save the changes. Whether you want to show the tax included in the prices, so that's up to you the way you want to show that. And then your target markets. So if you select them all, of course, it's going to be every country in the world. What you can do, if you don't want to do that, is select none, and then pick the countries that you want to sell to. Okay, so we'll say Canada and the United States, for instance. Okay. Currency settings. Okay, so here you want to pick what currency you're using on your site. Okay, and then the position of the currency sign and whether you're going to hide the decimals on product pages. Okay, once you've done that, update. Okay, then we go to the top, we have presentation. Okay, your button types. So we have an add to cart button, or we can hide the add to cart button. Okay, then you have some other that you can set to your likings. We have show product ratings, display fancy purchase notification, show postage and packaging, that's if you're using shipping, disable link and title, add quantity field to each product description. Okay, so for physical products, you're going to need to do that. So you need to have in mind what you're going to sell. If you're going to sell physical products, or if you're going to sell digital downloadable products, or if you're going to sell both. Okay, and then down here we have the catalog view. Now you only have certain ones you can use with the free version. You can purchase and upgrade to be able to use the other options. Okay, theme, I suggest you use Marketplace. Product page displays, you can show all products, show category list, show all products and categories, or you can select a certain category. We haven't set those up yet, but if we did, we have them here. Okay, so when we go set up our categories, we could come back if we wanted to show just a specific category on the product page display. I'm going to just put show all products and categories. Okay, sort products by. So time uploaded, name, price, or drag and drop. Whether you're going to show your breadcrumbs, show product list RSS, product group, product display. So this is like one product per page. That's how I like to use it. Okay, replace page title with product category name. Okay, so you'd have the product and slash and the category name. Okay, so if you want to do that, you can. Cart location, we have it in the widget. That's the default that you can use without an upgrade, or you can manually code it here. Whether we're going to use a sliding cart. Okay, there's several things here that you can just set to your preference. I'm not going to bother going through them all. I'll just go through the ones that I have a preference for setting. These are all about the settings for the product, where you're going to see thumbnails and how they're going to be grouped. And then the thumbnail settings here, these are the sizes, so you can change those if you want, and whether you're going to show the thumbnails, and whether you're using pagination. Okay, again, we update when we're done. Then we go over to admin. Okay, these are about digital products up here, so maximum downloads per file, lock download to IP address, and check mine types on file uploads. As it says here, you should leave that the way it is. Okay, now you have your purchase log email. You can put an email address in here and it'll send you the purchase logs. The purchase receipt reply address. Okay, so this is what's in the receipt that the customer gets. So you're going to want to put an email address in there. Okay, now this is where you put in your terms and conditions. So make sure that you do this. This is very important in online marketing. And you can always purchase a terms and conditions package from a law firm, or if you have a standard set that you use in your websites, this is where you should put it. Down further, we have custom messages. Okay, and it comes with some already preloaded, and you're free to change those if you want. Okay, the location of the product list page, the location of the shopping cart, and the transaction details URL. Don't change any of these because these were created at the time of the install of the plugin. Okay, so that's all we have to do for now. We're going to have to come back here a little bit later after we get some products in, and I'll show you why. But okay, next, shipping, if we're going to use shipping. Okay, so you can set up the shipping the way you want it. You can use zip code or a postal code for your base, and then your settings down here. Okay, I'm just going to be using free shipping on my orders. I'm going to keep yes on because I'm going to be selling physical products but with free shipping from my supplier. Okay, and if you're going to have shipping charges, you can have a free shipping discount here. So sales are equal to or greater than a certain number of dollars, you can give them free shipping if you want, sort of like what Amazon does. Okay, different shipping modules down here, and then you pick how you're going to charge, whether it's going to be a weight rate, a flat rate, or a table rate, and then you can edit the table here. Okay, and then you have to add layers and give this the price and the shipping price here. So that's the type of table you can do. I'm just going to go with a flat rate. Okay, and then external shipping calculators, UPS, USPS, Australia Post are the ones that are built in here right now. Let's update. Next, payment options. Here's the different payment gateways that you can use. So we have ChronoPay, Google Checkout, manual payment for a test gateway, PayPal Express Checkout, PayPal Payments Pro, PayPal Payment Standard, and PayPal Payment Standard 2.0. So you can pick any number of these that you want to use. And then if you pick one, you're going to have to fill out the proper credentials for them. So say we were going to use PayPal Payment Standard 2.0. When you click on that, you're going to have to, let's update. Okay, now over here, we pick PayPal. Okay, and then what we have to do here is pick how we want this to work. Okay, now your PayPal username, that's going to be your PayPal email address that goes in there. Whether you use an instant payment notifications, and if we're sending the shipping details. Now you can also use address override, which attempts to override the address using the PayPal information. And then the data that is sent to the gateway. So, for instance, first name in here, you have, we got their first name, last name, address, city, state, postal code, and country. Okay, so what you can do is in here, this is your billing and contact info, and down here is the shipping details. Okay, so we would match first name, last name, address, city, state, postal, and country. Okay, and then you would update everything here. Okay, once you got everything set up the way you want it there, we're going to go to import here. Now this is where you can import any of your products if you have a file to import them in. And they got to be a CSV import file. Okay, and then it shows you here, you need the description, additional description, the product name, price, SKU, weight unit, stock quantity, and is limited quantity. Now, if you're going to skip any of those, you just put another comma. So if we're going to skip, say, weight unit, you would have 2 commas here. Instead of weight unit, this would be out of here, and you'd have this comma and this comma. That keeps everything in line. Okay, the last thing is the checkout. Okay, up here you can change some things. So you can change whether they need to register, and then you have some other things about taxation, whether it's going to be at the billing address. Okay, and then down here, this is your checkout forms. So anything that is marked mandatory, they're going to have to fill in. Okay, so for instance, first name is a mandatory field, as you see. Last name. Okay, so check any of these you want to be mandatory, and uncheck any that you don't need to be mandatory. Okay, and you can also change the positions of these. You can just drag them around by using this crossover here. Once you have that set up the way you want, you click Save Changes. You can also add a new form field if you want. Okay, so that's going to be what's on the checkout form when they purchase a product in checkout. Okay, at this point we're ready to put in our categories and products, and we'll do that in the next video.